Monday Sidekick, the AI agent that knows you and your business, thinks ahead, and takes action. Ask it anything. Seriously. Monday Sidekick, AI you'll love to use. Start a free trial today on monday.com.
Hi, this is Knox from the podcast with Knox and Jamie. And maybe like us at the podcast, you also know people who have been smokers or vapors. And Zyn is the one product it seems like everyone is talking about. Because there are many good reasons to make a change to Zyn nicotine pouches. Reasons like Zyn nicotine pouches are still America's #1 choice for smoke-free, hands-free nicotine satisfaction. And you can choose between 10 varieties, each variety available in either 3 or 6 milligrams. Check out zyn.com/find to find Zyn at a store near you. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Most security systems react after a break-in begins. That's too late. SimpliSafe is different. It's proactive. ActiveGuard Outdoor Protection uses AI-powered cameras to spot suspicious activity before criminals get inside. Live monitoring agents can see, speak to, and scare off intruders in real time, quickly calling police if needed. To get 50% off your new system, go to simplisafe.com/podcast. That's simplisafe.com/podcast for 50% off. There's no safe like SimpliSafe.
AI had the time of my life. AI never felt this way before.
From building timelines to assigning the right people and even spotting risks across dozens of projects, Monday Sidekick knows your business, thinks ahead, and takes action. One click on the star and consider it done.
And I owe it all to you.
Try Monday Sidekick, AI you'll love to use on monday.com.
Hi, this is Knox from the podcast with Knox and Jamie. And maybe like us at the podcast, you also know people who have been smokers or vapors. And Zyn is the one product it seems like everyone is talking about. Because there are many good reasons to make a change to Zyn nicotine pouches. Reasons like Zyn nicotine pouches are still America's #1 choice for smoke-free, hands-free nicotine satisfaction. And you can choose between 10 varieties, each variety available in either 3 or 6 milligrams. Check out zyn.com/find to find Zyn at a store near you. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Hello, I'm Sarah.
I'm Toby.
And welcome to day 20 of 31 Days of Halloween. I've got 4 spooky stories to share today. I'll get straight into them. Are you ready for the first story?
Yes, I am.
I got sick from a town full of witches. Doctors found nothing. An old man in a hidden house cured me. Hey guys, just wanted to share something strange that happened to me a while back. I'm a 20-year-old male, not superstitious at all. But what happened made me question things. My stepdad's side of the family is from a province I won't name for obvious reasons. People there are different. The place has a reputation. Locals say there are mancuculum living there, folk witches, both good and bad. Everyone in the area is careful about how they act, what they say, and who they look at. Even my stepdad warned me, always be respectful and never let your guard down. Anyway, we went there for a short visit. One afternoon, I bought a sealed bag of chips and was just walking and snacking when I felt someone behind me blow air directly at the back of my neck. It wasn't just wind. It was like someone exhaled on me. I turned around, but no one was there. Just a few old houses and quiet streets. I brushed it off. A few hours later, I started feeling really weird, dizzy, heavy. I lost my appetite completely and my sense of taste disappeared. I couldn't enjoy food, couldn't sleep well, and just felt drained. My chest felt tight, but no fever. We went to a hospital the next day. Blood tests, vitals, everything came back normal. Doctors told me I was fine, maybe just stressed or tired. But I knew something was wrong. I felt off, and I wasn't the only one who thought so. My stepdad immediately took me to someone he knew. An old man who lived in a hidden house far from the centre of town. No signs, no lights, just a path locals apparently already knew. This guy was quiet, calm, didn't ask questions, just told me to sit. He placed his hand on my head, muttered something in a language I didn't recognise, and then blew gently over the top of my hair. He handed me a small shot of some kind of bland-tasting oil and told me to drink it. I don't even know what was in it. I followed along. Nothing happened instantly, but about a day later, I started feeling normal again. Appetite came back, taste returned. The fog in my head lifted. Whatever that old man did, spell, prayer, placebo, I don't know, but it worked. I'm not saying I believe in Kulam or spirits. Can't explain what happened either. I just know that something invisible messed with me, and science didn't catch it. Be careful out there, especially if you're visiting places with deep-rooted traditions. Some things can't be explained, and sometimes the old ways still have power, whether you believe it or not. I like the sound of this place. I'm not sure I'd want to visit, but I do wonder where it was. I should, actually, but I haven't had time. Looked up where these witches are from. I just didn't have time. I've been run off my feet lately. Absolutely run off my feet doing loads of TikToks. What did you think of it? Do you think it was somebody blowing at them and cursing them?
Yeah, witchcraft.
Yeah, it does sound like it. Or very coincidental that they then suddenly started feeling ill and then better after they saw the man.
Yeah, I don't think that's a coincidence.
Are you ready for the second story?
Yes, I am.
A voice in the night. I've been wanting to tell this story with others for a long time, so here we go. A friend of mine has some private land out of the way in northern Georgia, basically lower Appalachia. He's done some work to the land out there, and he would often be out all day just doing some shooting or hunting. In 2022, we planned to have a large group of our friends camp out at the land. We would shoot during the day, hang out and camp that night. And 2 of us would go deer hunting in the morning. We all stayed up late. A few retired to the hammocks, or one guy who brought a tent. And the rest of us made a late night run to Waffle House. After we got back, we all said goodnight and went to bed. We all set up in a big circle around the fire we had going. That was except for my friend and I, who set up apart from everyone else, so we could sneak out in the morning to hunt deer. It was about 3 a.m, and I was in my hammock and unable to go to sleep. My hand slept a lick and was wide awake. I didn't do a lot of camping, so I just couldn't get comfortable. About 30 minutes after laying down, I suddenly heard a voice that sounded like it was coming from about 50 yards away. It's hard to tell in the dense woods. It came from the opposite direction of where everyone was. It just kept repeating, "Hey," my name. "Hey, come here. Hey." It sounded exactly like one of my friends who was asleep in his tent, in the opposite direction of the voice. It went on for maybe 10 to 15 seconds, then abruptly stopped. I've always heard the stories of the Appalachians and the woods. I knew not to investigate. Eventually, about an hour later, I fell asleep. The next morning, I confirmed with my friends that no one was awake at that time. I've been out there many times since then. Those woods really have never felt the same since that event. No one else is around, anywhere near these woods. The only thing out there is an abandoned chicken house. After telling this story to a friend that wasn't out there, he told me he wasn't surprised. He also confirmed he never felt those woods were safe. Him and the guy who owns the woods had a weird event happen while hog hunting late at night, but I'll save that for another time. Spooky, spooky mimicking voice. This could be so many folkloric creatures. Take your pick. But I really personally find this terrifying, that something could mimic the voice of somebody you know or your family, something like that, and call to you.
Yeah.
It really does creep me out.
Just wouldn't say nothing.
No, just like hide under your blanket, sleeping bag, up above the head. Are you ready for the third story?
Yes, I am.
The encounter. This is meant to be a cautionary sharing of the encounter I had, and to not speak, joke, or disrespect the names of certain beings or whistle at night. You probably know what I'm talking about. This is a true story that my friends and I experienced, and I would like your thoughts on if we encountered one. We used to joke about the name of a certain Navajo legend, using it to scare our friend, who had no idea what it was. Admittedly, at the time it was funny. However, that all changed on Friday, June the 13th, between the hours of 2 and 3 a.m. No, I'm not joking about the time or date. A group of friends and I were hanging out in a cul-de-sac that borders a large hill where no houses are. The hill is surrounded by houses all along its borders, but a large chunk is only brush and trees with trails. Less than half a mile away is a large nature reserve bordered by the mountains that lead to Black Star Canyon, California. My friends wanted to smoke and were being a bit loud. I didn't want to disturb my neighbours, so I suggested we walk up the trail a bit and smoke there. While on the trail, overlooking the houses, we heard a loud snapping sound, like a tree branch snapping, not like twigs. We heard this sound around 10 or so times in irregular intervals over the course of around 15 minutes. My friends didn't pay much mind to it, but I was focused on it. I didn't smoke, so I was sober through all of this. While listening to it, I thought a name. Eventually we decided to go back to the cars and closer to the houses. Then while walking at the end of the trail, we heard a loud crying. It sounded like it could have been a child. The crying was loud and went on for more than 10 minutes. By this time, we were at the cars talking about the crying. The time by now was probably closer to 3 a.m. by this point. Then while we were talking about the crying, I heard some twigs snap in the brush on the hill behind the cars. I turned and looked, scanning the hill. I thought I saw something move, but it could have been the breeze moving a bush. Then we all heard a quiet, quick whistle from the hill. I turned to my friends and asked them if they heard that. Then when they said they did, I asked if any of them did it. They all shook their heads. When we realised this, we ran into the cars and drove down the hill. I live on a large hill, to the parking lot of a CVS. While there, we all got into one car to talk about what happened. Then we saw a coyote cross in front of the car, maybe 100 feet away, look at us, then left. I've taken this experience as a massive warning never to play around or disrespect its name again. I went from a skeptic who only enjoyed subreddits like this and listening to horror stories on the internet to downright terrified to even think the name or be alone outside. The truth of the reality is we are a bunch of 20-year-olds who just freaked ourselves out. But it was a strange combination of events after messing around, and we did find out. I urge everyone to not make the same mistakes we did, joking around and saying the name. Yeah, I mean, this could be just coincidence, or it could have been the thing that they don't want to mention.
Yeah.
It does sound creepy, and I would have instantly thought the same thing, I think, if I was out there with them. Just like when we walked around, we were saying everything is a skinwalker when we started doing our first episodes.
Yeah.
Until we looked into it a bit more. I love it. Are you ready for the fourth and final story?
Yes,
Disturbing black-eyed girl experience. I'm an atheist, and I always have been skeptical of the paranormal. Aside from being the most disturbing thing I've experienced, this encounter has turned my model of reality upside down. I was on the bus with my friend Veronica at around midnight. One of us mentioned that I was headed to Waterfront. She made a joke about how we shouldn't talk about where I was going on the bus because I would get stalked. I laughed and joked about that a little too, but I felt slightly uneasy. This is where I believe the experience began. I remember there was barely anyone on the bus. I saw 4 men chatting in front of us. Not that it's important, but for accuracy's sake. 2 men were talking to each other, and a short distance away, another 2 men were chatting. At the time that I'm writing this, a few hours after it happened, I don't remember seeing anyone else on the bus. I got off the bus and Veronica walked me to the Sky train station. I remember paying for my ticket and calling her as soon as I paid to jokingly complain about the fact that they had raised transit fare by 5 cents. We chatted for a bit. I went down the stairs to the platform, the Sky train to Waterfront, and a girl was sitting about 15 feet away from me. I immediately recognised her from the bus, though thinking back, I can't recall actually seeing her on the bus. I don't know how she got from the bus stop to the Sky train station without me seeing her on the way, but I didn't think to question that at this point in the story. From what I can remember, she looked about 9 to 15. Keep in mind it was past midnight and she was alone. She was small and slim, and her hair was cut into a perfect grey bob. It looked more like a shiny, hard grey helmet than hair. If it wasn't a helmet, it must have been a wig. I don't remember anything about her facial features or clothing, despite the fact that I only saw her a couple of hours ago, and, at one point in the story, stared at her intently for 15 minutes. I do remember she had an alternative sense of style, and I think she was either wearing a leather or denim jacket. I stayed 15 feet away from the bench she was sitting on. Something about her was disconcerting and made me mildly uncomfortable. When the Sky train came, instead of walking through the doors of the Sky train compartment straight in front of her, She walked the 15 feet to get into the same compartment as me. I remember feeling a little weird about it. I didn't look at her while I was on the SkyTrain at all. This is where it gets weird. After the SkyTrain pulled into Waterfront Station, I got off it to get onto the sea bus. When the SkyTrain arrived, the sea bus was leaving in 20 seconds, so I ran to catch it. Only one other person was running to catch it with me. When I sat down, a girl with grey hair was sitting a few rows across from me, staring straight at me. I immediately recognised her. I don't know how she got to the sea bus from the SkyTrain station within 20 seconds before me without me seeing her. As soon as I saw her, I went from relieved that I made it onto the sea bus to being on the verge of tears. This is the part that makes me cry when I think about it. Her eyes were completely black. Her facial expression was inhumanly blank, like a robot. And she was staring straight at me. I'm not exaggerating when I say it wasn't human. It was so wrong and unnatural. I have never seen or experienced anything like that in my life. All of a sudden, its face stretched into the most horrifying evil smile. It was the most terrifying thing I'd ever seen. I cry every time I think about it. I was holding back tears at this point. How did it get from the SkyTrain to the sea bus without me seeing it? The sea bus takes 15 minutes to get to the other side of the water, so I watched it for 15 minutes. I could not have hallucinated it being there for 15 minutes straight. It was physically impossible for it to get from the same SkyTrain as me to the sea bus without me noticing it at all. I may have hallucinated the eyes and the smile, but I don't think it's possible that I hallucinated them for 15 minutes straight. But I could not have imagined her sitting there on the sea bus for 15 minutes. When the sea bus pulled in, I waited to get off it last and didn't see her on my walk home, though I was beyond terrified for the entire walk. The more I try to remember its physical appearance, the more hazy it gets. All I remember is the helmet-like grey hair, pale skin, black eyes, and the blank stare morphing into the most disturbing smile I've ever seen. I remember it was dressed in alternative clothes similar to mine, and what's creepier is that my hair is grey too, almost like it was mimicking my appearance. It totally lacked the thing that makes humans human. It even lacked the thing that makes animals seem alive. It was unnatural. I don't know how to explain it any better than that. This is really scary to me, because if this was real, what else is real? And why was it following me? What did it want? Edit. This experience has greatly worsened my insomnia. I'm terrified that it will kill me in my sleep. If anyone reading this has experienced anything paranormal, an encouraging comment would be greatly appreciated, as this incident has also worsened my anxiety.
Monday Sidekick, the AI agent that knows you and your business, thinks ahead and takes action. Ask it anything. Seriously. Monday Sidekick, AI you'll love to use. Start a free trial today on monday.com.
Hi, this is Knox from the podcast with Knox and Jamie. And maybe like us at the podcast, you also know people who have been smokers or vapors. And Zyn is the one product it seems like everyone is talking about, because there are many good reasons to make a change to Zyn nicotine pouches. Reasons like Zyn nicotine pouches are still America's #1 choice for smoke-free, hands-free nicotine satisfaction. And you can choose between 10 varieties, each variety available in either 3 or 6 milligrams. Check out zyn.com/find to find Zyn at a store near you. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
My favourite kind of story, black-eyed kids. This one's a bit different though, with that smile.
Yeah.
Ugh. Imagine that, just the grins. It is like that film. the smile.
Yeah, she's got to smile back. Just smile and wave.
Your most insane smile back at them.
Yeah. Because then they'll be shocked. They'll be like, oh, what do I do now?
Or it'll be, that person's one of us.
Yeah. Well, that's the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed and we'll catch up with you again soon.
We will indeed. We will catch you again tomorrow. Take care, everyone.
Bye.
Hi, this is Knox from the podcast with Knox and Jamie. And maybe like us at the podcast, you also know people who have been smokers or vapors. And Zyn is the one product it seems like everyone is talking about. Because there are many good reasons to make a change to Zyn nicotine pouches. Reasons like Zyn nicotine pouches are still America's #1 choice for smoke-free, hands-free nicotine satisfaction. And you can choose between 10 varieties, each variety available in either 3 or 6 milligrams. Check out zyn.com/find to find Zyn at a store near you. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
You know what's faster than your paycheck? Literally everything. It's time to get your pay up to speed. With Earnin, you can access your pay as you work instead of waiting days and weeks for a paycheck. Get up to $150 a day with a max of $750 between paydays. No interest, no credit checks, and no mandatory fees. Because, hey, it's your money. Download the Earnin app now to get it and join millions of people making any day payday. That's EARNIN. Earnin is not a bank. Access limits are based on your earnings and risk factors available in select states. Expedited transfer is available for a fee. Terms and restrictions apply. Visit earnin.com for full details.
Hey, I'm Paige DeSorbo, and I'm always thinking about underwear.
I'm Hannah Berner, and I'm also thinking about underwear, but I prefer full coverage. I like to call them my granny panties.
Actually, I never think about underwear. That's the magic of Tommy John.
Same. They're so light and so comfy, and if it's not comfortable, I'm not wearing it.
And the bras, soft, supportive, and actually breathable.
Yes, Lord knows the girls need to breathe. Also, I need my PJs to breathe and be buttery soft and stretchy enough for my dramatic tossing and turning at night. That's why I live in my Tommy John pajamas.
Plus, they're so cute because they fit perfectly.
Put yourself on to Tommy John.
Upgrade your drawer with Tommy John. Save 25% for a limited time at TommyJohn.com/comfort. See site for details.